There's gonna be a food crisis. Ah, everybody grab your stuff. Hey y'all, welcome to Back to Basics with Krystal. So I realized it's been a minute since I gave you guys any updates on the greenhouse and our little buddies. Let's take a quick look. Here they are. All of them. Hi. It's been a few weeks now, and you see that they are growing. They were this size when I got them, and all 9 of them are doing great. You're probably wondering where the little yellow ones came from. Well, just checking. Do you have the babies? Do you have any babies yet? You still on lockdown? Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Just checking on you. I'm out. Bye-bye. I'll close it. We had a mama duck that decided she wanted to lay on some eggs. Not only did she lay on duck eggs, she laid on chicken eggs. So this is what hatched out. I went ahead, I let her hatch them out. And yeah, we got 2 little chicks out of it. One chick is about 3 days old, and the other one is 2 days old. What's going on back here? Come on, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Come say hello. Come say hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello. And then these guys, let's see if they'll do it. Come on. Anybody want to come up? Aw, say hello. Say hello. So yeah, the older ones are now flying, and so they have been weaned off their heat lamp for about 2 weeks now. That one back there, that little one, I believe is Rooster. I'm seeing Rooster habits, Rooster traits. This little one right here, I'm going to have to put it back up underneath the heat lamp, I think. Actually, it was doing great till I got the camera out. Then it's like all camera shy. So I am letting them kind of run around with the bigger ones. But I do have a separate tote for them right here with the heat lamp. I don't like having the heat lamp on because these guys really like to flap their wings. And flapping their wings and jumping around, you know, it just ups the dust level, and you up your chance of some of that dust catching fire in the heat lamp. So yeah, I try not to have it on as much as I can, and they're actually really good with the little ones. But this is the difference between a couple of days old to 3 weeks. And we have a cat fight outside. But yeah, these guys are so funny. And I'm handling them a lot, so they're hopefully a lot more friendly than my other chickens. And they are just starting to go through their ugly stage, where they look a little awkward. They're so sweet, though. Hey, y'all, it's Krystal and Roscoe. And if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so you're notified the next time I post a video. We thank you. We thank you. Hello. A shot of your bum. So before we go out to the greenhouse, I thought I'd bring you guys out here and show you the fruit trees, the fig trees and the loquat trees, and believe it or not, the pear trees. So here we are, and there's the fig trees. That's the first one right there. There it is. That's the first one. And here is the second one. They're completely leafed out, but I don't see any buds yet. So we're completely leafed out. I did, again, this year forget to trim them. By the time I remembered, they already started leafing out. So, oh well. I'll trim next year. But yeah, they look great. Okay, so loquat trees. So here's the first one, and it's the big one, and it is completely loaded. See, right up there. It is completely loaded all the way around. See, all the way around. Unfortunately, for me, it's all up top. I have already picked some at the bottom. Nose itches. That's hair in my face. Okay. So I've already picked some from the bottom, and I have already made peach jam, and I have a video coming out on that. Here is our smaller bush. Now these two bushes were planted at the same time, or trees, whatever you call them. They're planted at the same time, but for some strange reason, this one has always stayed a lot smaller. This year is the first year that it's actually really yielded anything, and I've already picked almost the entire thing. We still have a few, like this up here. We still have a few that need to be picked because they were still a little bit on the unripe side. Now, I'm going to point the camera up into the pear tree because I have spotted like 20 little baby pears so far. This tree, at the most, last year gave me 3 pears. I don't know why all of a sudden it wants to give me pears, but it does, so let's go see if we can spot any. Okay, so there is, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's one right there. There might be a glare. And then there's another one right there. Let's see. There's a bunch up there. It's really hard to see from the ground. So yeah, this tree has hardly ever given me anything. The year before it gave me 1. The year before that it gave me 1. The year before that I threatened to cut it down. This year I have spotted 10. And of course, now that I got the camera pointed up, I can't spot any of them. Oh, well, there's one right there. So yeah, this one this year so far is loaded down with pears. Looks like we might have some pear preserves coming. Yay! Here we are. Now I did move some of the fruit trees out, and I'll show you guys when we walk out of here. But here's our one of our camphor limes. And then there's the other one. They're thriving. Over here on the floor, I have got all of my lemongrass potted up. And some of this will be for sale in a few months. And some of this will be going out to the garden, and where I will be harvesting it for sale later on this summer. So here is our rosemary plant with the cilantro, and I did not realize, but they grow great together. The cilantro really loves growing right up against the rosemary plant. And then we've got a mint plant there, pineapple sage, our sweet mint over here, which has now just kind of collapsed. It's just overflowing this pot. Look how pretty that is. And I have been harvesting this, and I have experimented cooking with it. With this and the rosemary together, I'm working on a recipe, guys, so just hang tight. We've got some aloe vera. Somehow I managed to kill that plant. Oh well. But the other avocado is thriving. Putting that in a bigger pot soon. Alright, up here to our seedlings. So we've got some tomatoes here. This is Woods Brimmer tomatoes. And then we've got some more back here. Some more that were planted after the frost that killed everybody else. And then our Amish paste. We had a few seeds. I did not have any more seeds left, but I guess these guys did not germinate until after the freeze. So that was pretty cool. I mean, well after the freeze. And then we've got some here that just popped up too. So that was pretty cool too. So back over here, we've got some herbs. Let's see, some sweet basil and some... No, that's just sweet basil right there. Sweet basil that has popped up. For some reason, I'm having a hard time getting echinacea to grow. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's my first time, but not germinating. Over here, we've got some zinnias that have popped through. And by the way, I will be using the chicken grit from now on with little bitty seeds. I love it. This is chick grit, and it held those seeds down perfectly. Some more echinacea, just having a really hard time with it. And here is the bee balm. Growing great. Then we've got our butterfly pea. Let's see, our butterfly pea. And some of it looks like it's yellowing a bit, the first leaves. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. I've never grown it before, so I don't know its growth habits. Then over here, we've got some different eggplants doing fabulous. They're really small, but they'll take off. Our Anaheim chili peppers finally germinated. They took forever to germinate. Again, having a hard time with Thai chili peppers, but you know what? I think it's because they like heat, and I'm going to wait till the middle of the summer, at least until it starts getting hot, and then we're going to try it again. Because the Thai chili pepper that I have over here in this lime, this lime bucket, I germinated that seed, and it was hot outside. So I'm thinking, honestly, that they just don't like the cold at all. So we'll try again after it heats up a bit. We've got more jalapeno peppers there. Just different peppers. Then they're all looking really, really great. Sorry, I didn't mean to bump you guys around. Different peppers. Some of the cubanellos did not germinate for me, but I got two back there, so I'm not really concerned about it. My poblanos look good. My habaneros did not germinate, but those were old seeds, so oh well. Let's see, my cayenne peppers did not germinate for me, but you know what, guys? I am not going to worry about it because I don't know what I did. Okay, so I normally only plant seeds that I get from Baker Creek. I usually put one per cell. For some strange reason over here with the jalapenos, a lot of them, I stuck 2 per cell. So I don't know why I did that, but I have so many pepper seeds, like I'm seriously not even going to worry about not having any cayenne peppers or habaneros. I'm just not going to worry about it. Okay, so over here we've got more tomato seedlings. These are the ones that I planted after the freeze came through, and they are doing beautifully, beautifully, beautifully. And guys, guess what? This is the first year that I was able to get tomatillas to germinate for me. Look at them growing. They're doing so good. And I've come through and I have thinned them out because I did put just tons and tons of seeds in one little cell. And like I had in this one, I had like 5 or 6 come up, and I just came through and took all the little bitty ones out and left the big ones. Our zinnias, we've got more zinnias over here that are looking good. Let's see here. Okay, so I had really poor germination with the parsley and the fennel. But if we look really, really close, like, I don't know if you guys can see. You see that right there? See that little guy? That's oregano. So I've got some oregano that has come up. Like, I don't know. Again, you just have to look for the little specks of green. That is some more oregano coming up right there. More right there. So yeah, pretty happy with that. Those were old seeds. The fennel is not, it was from last year from Baker Creek, but I was having a hard time with it last year too. So I'll try again this summer because I think that really, for my area, the fennel grows well in the winter. So over here we've again, sage and the mammoth dill seeds that I used were old seeds, but I did manage to get one mammoth dill, and I do have some dill seeds from Baker Creek that I did not use, but I'll be getting them out. Over here we've got Queen Siam Basil, and they're working on their second set of leaves. Gorgeous. The shiso did not germinate for me at all. That's what we're looking at right there. Did not germinate. Those seeds were from a different source, so I was kind of hesitant on if they were going to germinate for me anyway. we're looking at the Thai purple holy basil. And for some reason, I guess because the seeds are so little, I just put a bunch in each cell. So I'll be working on dividing those up, and we'll see how well they divide up. I've never divided basil before, so we'll have to see. But we've got some more popping up over here. And yeah, they're just the chicken grit, or the chick grit, worked really, really well. Over here, we've got Italian large leaf basil right there. And I planted quite a bit of that. Let's see. Well, actually, this right here is, these two cells, or this 2 rows, are the Italian large leaf. This one and this one are the Thai basil. And I use quite a bit of that, so I'm very, very excited to see that pop up. Then our green holy basil, we're just now starting to see some pop up. Just now starting to see, so pretty excited about that. Lime basil is doing great, except for somebody dropped the water can on them yesterday. She shall remain nameless, since it was me. Oh, so yeah, fun. Lime basil, and then we've got our spicy globe basil. You can see there, spicy globe basil. And lemon basil right back over here that is just now starting. So that is what has popped up and growing in the greenhouse. All right, so that is all of our updates: the greenhouse, the baby chicks, the mama duck, and what else? What did I forget? Oh, the fruit trees. So that's our updates. That's really all I have. We'll be working on the garden, and hopefully we'll have some seeds into the ground this week. We've had some really strange weather. We had a cold front blow through, and we've had lows in the high 30s, which is so odd for this time of year. Which brings me to my next thing that I want to tell you guys about. I will be starting a series called Simply Prepared. Now, this will be a preparedness type series. It's not going to be a, how do I put this? It's not going to be a series on like doomsday prepping or anything like that. It is simply just being prepared. I am starting this series a little early. I was planning on actually starting this series, Simply Prepared, in June, the start of the Atlantic hurricane season, because that for us is a direct threat for us here in Southeast Texas. So I wanted my neighbors and local folks to really be prepared for the upcoming storm season. Because honestly, who wants to be at the grocery store fighting 200 of your closest neighbors for the last can of cream eel, right? I mean, like, who wants to eat cream eel? So that's the reason for the series, but I see a reason to start it a little early because I kind of see what's coming down the pike, and I'd rather everybody kind of be prepared. If you've been paying attention to the news, you'll know that a lot of the Midwest is underwater. What we're seeing that could possibly come down the pike is some major food price increases. I am going to stop short of saying, there's going to be a food crisis. Everybody grab your stuff. I'm not going to do that because I'm not into fear mongering. I am realistic. I see food price increased, and that could be really detrimental to families that already are stretching their budget a lot. You know, they've stretched their budget, and here we go. We're going to increase the price of food for livestock, for people, for pets. So I see that coming down the pike. So that is coming up. We're actually going to start that series on Monday. It'll be my very first post. And we'll actually I'll pick one state out of the Midwest, and we'll talk about that, and we'll talk about the ripple effect. And then we'll just kind of together go through and start stocking our pantries. And that includes me, because remember, a few months ago, I had the mice get into my extended pantry and just tore it completely up. So I'm right along with some of y'all having to start over. So we might as well do it together, right? and you might as well be stocking food that your family is going to want to eat. So that's really it of this video today. We will talk to you guys again later on. I'm gonna do a little bit of work in the garden today. It looks like it might rain. And then tomorrow, I have got to harvest out the rest of my loquats and make more jam. So we will talk to you guys soon. You guys have a blessed day. And if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell so you get notified every time I do a video. And until we talk again, you guys be blessed. Bye now.